Hello friends, have you ever wondered who is the biggest enemy in your life? No one else but your own mind? Yes, the same mind that thinks all day, takes decisions, dreams, and then breaks those dreams. Have you ever asked yourself this question? Why do I always feel so anxious? I want to do something big. Still, why do I feel afraid? Actually, we all are trapped in an invisible trap that we cannot even recognize. Mind traps. These are those psychological traps that limit our thinking. They question our self-worth and imprison us in a cage from which getting out seems not only difficult, but impossible. You might be thinking that all this is normal, feeling a little scared, comparing with others, seeking approval. But what if I say that these normal things are the biggest villains of your life? Imagine you are very close to a goal. Just one step away, but suddenly a voice comes from within you. Do you really deserve this? And you stop. There is a part inside all of us that pulls us back again and again. Sometimes it comes in the form of guilt, sometimes in the form of doubt, and sometimes with a hunger for perfection that is never satisfied. From the outside, everything seems fine. But inside we are fighting with ourselves every day. You do not even realize, and every day you become a victim of that thought which is growing inside you. These mind traps slowly eat away your motivation. They blur your clarity and suppress your entire potential. And the most dangerous thing is that these traps are so subtle that you feel that this is my thinking. What is wrong in this? But the truth is that this thinking is not yours, but those patterns which have developed from childhood, society, failure, and sometimes from our own experience. Now the question arises, can we get out of this? Can we change our thinking? Can we free ourselves from invisible change? In this video, we will explore the psychological traps that are silently controlling our lives. We will learn how these mind traps sabotage our decisions, relationships, career, and even happiness. And most importantly, we will also learn how to get out of them. So, if you are ready to decode your thinking, if you really want clarity, confidence, and control in your life, then definitely watch this video till the end, because this is not just a summary of a book, but a surgery of a mindset. Chapter 1. The Trap of Negative Thinking. Sometimes in life, it seems as if darkness has spread everywhere. Nothing good is happening, and whatever is happening, there is definitely something lacking in it. We get trapped in such a thinking where we start seeing negativity in everything. If someone praises us, then we feel that he is lying. If something good happens, then we feel that something bad is going to happen in not much time. All this does not happen just like that. This is the result of a thought that slowly takes root in us. Negative thinking eats up our energy from within. No matter how much success we get from outside, there remains an emptiness inside. Every small problem starts to look like a mountain, and we find ourselves in a loop where the same thoughts are repeated every day. I am not good. This always happens to me. I have bad luck. And in this way we become the most unhappy character in our own story. The most dangerous thing in such a situation is that this negative thinking does not stop only in our mind. It starts poisoning our actions, our decisions, and our relationships as well. We consider a small mistake as a failure. If someone gives a suggestion, we consider it criticism. And even when someone genuinely cares, we doubt him. Have you ever noticed? When negative thoughts repeatedly come to the mind, the body also starts supporting it. Sleep disappears, motivation ends, and a heaviness is felt. This is the reason that this thinking does not remain just mental. It also starts slowly damaging emotional and physical health. But its most profound effect is on the thing which should be our biggest strength: self-belief. Negative thinking makes us forget to trust ourselves. We start considering the opinions of others as our reality. And every time we think of taking a big step, this thinking pulls us back to the same comfort zone where there is neither growth nor freedom. But now the question is, how to get out of it? The first step to change this thinking is awareness. When we start recognizing how and when these thoughts are triggered in us, only then we are able to build the strength to stop them. And the second step is replacement. Repeating an empowering thought again and again in response to every negative thought. This is not easy. But as this practice develops, the lens of the mind starts to become clear. There will always be challenges in life, but how to deal with them depends entirely on our thinking. And when you start to shift your thinking, not just your mental state, but your whole world starts to change. Chapter 2. The Trap of Self-Doubt. Have you ever said to yourself before doing some work that you don't know if you will be able to do it? Or if a good opportunity came your way, but you left it just because a voice inside you was repeatedly saying that you are not capable of this? If yes, then you are not alone. Many of us are fighting an enemy that is sitting inside us in every decision, every day. Self-doubt. This is the doubt that slowly cuts the roots of our confidence. This is the whisper that calls every achievement luck and turns every effort into a failure, even without trying. The most dangerous aspect of self-doubt is that it slowly becomes our identity. We start seeing ourselves through the lens that doubt shows us. I am ordinary. There is nothing special in me. I always make mistakes. What will people think? And this thinking becomes so habitual that we actually start believing that our worth is as much as the fear inside us says. But have you ever wondered where this doubt comes from? Many times it is childhood experiences, repeated failures, or someone once said that you will not be able to do this. And that one line directly sits in the heart. Then no matter how hard we work, the mind always looks for proof that we are not enough. And when we doubt ourselves, the world does the same. Opportunities pass by and we just stand and watch. Then at a point we stop taking risks. We start staying safe. We put our dreams aside, calling them practical. And gradually a very talented person learns to adjust himself to an average life. But the truth is that self-doubt is an illusion. It is not your reality. It is a layer that has stuck on you due to years of conditioning, and it can be broken through awareness, action, and acceptance. When you doubt your abilities, remember that your mind wants proof, and that proof will be found only through action. Therefore, the first step is to collect small victories. Celebrate every time you achieve something. Remind yourself again and again that I have done this, and I can do it again. The most powerful way to silence self-doubt is to get out of your comfort zone again and again. The more you push yourself, the more you learn from failure, the more your doubt will turn into confidence. And most importantly, listen to your inner voice more than the voice of others. Because the truth is that no one can believe in you as much as you can believe in yourself. And once that confidence is awakened, then no trap, no doubt can stop you. Chapter 3. The Trap of Fear. Fear is a feeling that is not visible but grips you deeply. It is not that we do not feel our fear. We know that we are afraid. Still we do not name it. We run away from it. We hide it. Sometimes it is the fear of failure, sometimes of rejection, sometimes of people's judgment. And sometimes the biggest fear is of being successful. Yes, because if we become successful, will we be able to handle it? This fear binds our life in invisible chains. We want to do something. We have a dream, a goal. But as soon as we take the first step, the heartbeat increases. A question arises in the mind. What if I fail? And due to the fear of that one question, we do nothing. We just stop there, keep thinking, and the biggest opportunities of life slip out of our hands. The most surprising thing is that this fear grows more in our imagination than in reality. 90% of fears never happen in reality. But the mind makes them so real that it brings us to a state of paralysis. We overthink. Imagine the worst scenarios and then decide that it is safe to do nothing. But have you ever thought that the thing you are afraid of can be the path to your growth? The comfort zone in which you think you are safe is the biggest danger of losing yourself. Fear keeps us away from action. But action is the thing that breaks fear. Every time you face a fear, the confidence that comes after facing it cannot be described. It is a reminder that fear was just an illusion. And yes, it is not wrong to have fear. It is a natural emotion. But running away from it, letting it control your life decisions, is the biggest trap. When we live influenced by fear, we only survive. We do not live. So the next time when your mind starts fearing a new task, stop for a moment and ask yourself just one question. What is beyond this fear? Maybe a new beginning. Maybe your dream, life. Maybe that version of you which is many times better than today's version. Fear will remain, but learning to walk with that fear is life, because there is only one difference between winners and dreamers. Winners take action despite fear. Chapter 4. The Trap of Limiting Beliefs. Have you ever told yourself that I cannot do this? Maybe this is not written in my fate. I am not that lucky. This is enough for me. If yes, then stop for a moment. Think for a moment. Why do you think so? Is this the absolute truth? Or is it an invisible wall created by your mind? If there is anything most powerful in this world, it is your belief. And it is also the most dangerous thing. If that belief is against you. We all have some invisible rules inside us that prevent us from exploring ourselves. We do not make these rules ourselves. We inherit them. From childhood, from society, from failures, from comparison, and sometimes from just one rejection. Gradually these rules become a strong belief that I am average. I can never become rich. I am not worthy of love. Success is only for others. These are the limiting beliefs that confine our potential to a small circle. And the saddest thing is that these beliefs never stop us directly but make us feel that we ourselves do not want to move forward. A person who has the power to fly. If he is told from childhood that he does not have wings, then he will keep crawling on the ground all his life. Neither will he see the sky nor will he try to fly because he has accepted that he cannot fly. Now think whether you are also doing something similar in your life. Have you bound your inner potential with some invisible ceiling? The trickiest part of limiting beliefs is that they are not visible. They are just felt. Like you are interested in something, but the mind immediately says that you are late in starting. You do not have resources. What will people say? You have never tried, then why now? And we believe it. But the truth is that these beliefs can be broken. Yes, it is difficult but not impossible. The first step is to identify the beliefs that are stopping us. Question them. Is it true? Is there any logical proof of this? And then slowly rewrite them. Changing belief systems is a process, a practice. And every time we challenge our old fears or doubts, we open a new possibility gate. The success story of every great person starts from here. When he broke his limiting beliefs. When he said to himself, "Why not?" Your story can also start from here. Update your belief system because you are not what someone told you. You are what you believe yourself. Chapter 5. The Trap of Perfectionism. Have you ever not started any work just because you were not able to make it perfect? Or have started something but left it in the middle because it was not meeting your expectations? If these feelings seem familiar, then perhaps you too have been caught in the trap called perfectionism. See, perfectionism looks very beautiful at first glance. It seems as if we are very committed to our work. Very sincere, and this is true, to some extent. But inside, this perfectionism becomes such an invisible chain that slowly starts killing our productivity, our creativity, and most importantly, our growth. Perfectionism says either everything should be flawless or nothing should happen, and this mindset, it stops us from taking action again and again. Many times we start polishing a simple idea so much that it never gets launched. We delay our goals. again and again thinking that right now is not the right time. Let me prepare a little more. Let the design become a little better. Let me make a perfect plan first, and because of this planning, the most important steps of life are never taken. But you know what is the most painful? When someone else brings the same idea that you had thought of, even if it is imperfect, but he brings it to the market, tries it, and slowly starts growing, and you are left standing there with your perfect plan, which has not come out of the paper till date. Perfectionism also puts us in the comparison trap. We compare ourselves with others all the time. His content is more polished than mine. His life is more organized. He is more confident than me. And then we stop ourselves, because we are also not able to bring that kind of perfection. But understand one truth. Progress is always better than perfection. In real life, the winner is not the one who is the most perfect, but the one who is consistent. The one who starts imperfectly, makes mistakes, learns from them, and continuously evolves. Perfection is an illusion, a place that never comes, which will ask you to stop a little more every time, and then one day you will say to yourself, I wish I had started. So the next time when your mind says not now, it is not perfect yet, then answer it, even if it is imperfect. I am starting, because the real beauty lies in the work that is done from the heart, even if it is rough, raw, but real. Chapter 6: The Trap of Comparison. Imagine you wake up in the morning, pick up your mobile and open Instagram or YouTube. The first post is someone's foreign trip, next someone's luxury car, then six-pack abs, million subscribers, dreamy wedding photos. And then a question slowly arises inside you. Where am I in my life? This is where the dangerous game of comparison begins. Our mind gradually makes the achievements of others a measure of our shortcomings. And the happiness that we had till yesterday seems useless today. The progress that seemed exciting to us now seems meaningless, because now we are comparing it with someone else's story and not our own. This trap is the most clever because it catches us even when we feel that we are just getting inspired. But we do not know when inspiration turns into jealousy, and when jealousy turns into self-doubt. Social media has turned our lives into highlight reels. Everyone is showing their best moments, best angles, best filters. And we start comparing that 15-second shine with our 24-hour reality. That too without knowing how much darkness is behind that shine. Comparison has the deepest impact on our self-worth. We start disconnecting from ourselves. We start disrespecting our journey. And gradually our focus shifts from achievement to competition. Instead of thinking, I have to do this, we start thinking, I have to do better than that. And this is where we lose because comparison never ends. There will always be someone better than you. Smarter, richer, more talented, luckier. And if you get caught in this race, you will neither be able to win nor be happy. But now think, has anyone else gone through your exact journey? Are someone else's background, challenges, timing, and circumstances the same as yours? If not, then what is the meaning of comparison? Your journey is yours. Your speed is yours. What difference does it make if someone reaches earlier, someone later? When the goal is to live, not to win. The best way to break comparison is gratitude and self-awareness. When you start appreciating your journey, celebrate your small victories and compare yourself to your previous versions, that is when you really start growing. Because a person who commits to himself never loses. So the next time you scroll through social media, take a pause, take a deep breath, and tell yourself that their story may be inspiring, but my story is unique and I will live it with pride. From the chapter, The Trap of Guilt. Have you ever felt that there is a heaviness inside you, as if you have done something wrong and it haunts you every moment? An old decision, a promise that you broke, or a moment when you hurt someone, and that guilt does not leave you until you lose the peace inside you. This guilt is an emotional trap that eats us up secretly from inside. we do not forget. We are unable to forgive and live with the feeling that we have done something wrong. Any mistake, any wrong decision which troubles our consciousness till today. The biggest effect of guilt is that it does not let us move forward. Someone once said that mistakes teach us. But if we get stuck in those mistakes, we can never learn. And this is the same trap in which guilt traps us. We punish ourselves so many times that we feel as if we do not deserve to be happy. We get so entangled in our mistakes that we lose our present. Think, have you ever apologized to anyone? But, did you forgive yourself? Did you give your heart the freedom to love itself? Often guilt forces us to think that if we had done something right, everything would have been fine. But is this true? A person trapped in the trap of guilt can never be happy. Why? Because when you keep thinking about your mistake all the time, you are never able to move forward on your path. Should I have done this? Was I right? Am I a good person? These questions take away our edge from us. Our every effort becomes a punishment of guilt. But there is a truth hidden here. Mistakes teach the greatest lessons. The bigger the mistake, the bigger the lesson, and without that lesson we can never grow. If you have done something wrong, accept it, learn from it, and forgive yourself. If you can get forgiveness from others, then can't you get forgiveness from yourself? The way to get inner peace is self-forgiveness and letting go. When you are free from the burden of guilt, you start feeling lighter. You become a person who acknowledges his mistakes and moves forward, and does not remain stuck in them. We lose our present in the trap of guilt. But with self-forgiveness, we can improve our future. To take the next step, we first have to lighten our heart. And when the heart is light, every step moves in a new direction. So the next time you feel that guilt is controlling you, stop and tell yourself, I made a mistake. But now I deserve to move forward. Because accepting your mistakes, forgiving yourself is the real strength. As we go through these mind traps, one thing becomes clear. We have the power within us that can break these traps. These traps are created to confuse us, so that we move away from our truth, so that we are unable to recognize our real strength. But the truth is that the way to break every trap is within us. With self-awareness, self-acceptance, and self-love, we can rise above these challenges. Negative thinking disappoints us. But when we turn our thoughts in the right direction, we can change our situation. Self-doubt forces us to doubt our capabilities. But when we recognize our true strength, we can overcome any difficulty. Fear stops us from taking action. But when we face fear, the same fear becomes our greatest power. Limiting beliefs keep us confined to our limitations. But when we challenge them, we realize our true strength. Perfectionism keeps us stuck in trying to be perfect. But when we progress imperfectly, we create real change. Comparison makes us compare ourselves to others. But when we embrace our uniqueness, we find ourselves reaching our full potential. And finally, guilt keeps us stuck in our mistakes. But when we forgive ourselves, we can regain our confidence. Every trap is a lesson that guides us towards our growth. Recognizing these traps and breaking free from them is the biggest step in our lives. And the biggest thing is that these traps cannot stop us, as long as we do not allow ourselves to become their victim. As soon as we get out of these traps, we are able to see ourselves in a new way. We become a better version. The version that confidently moves forward in life. Who learns from mistakes and who believes in himself in any situation. What will you do now? Will you let these traps stop you from growing in your life? Or will you take them as a stepping stone and overcome them by recognizing your true power? This is your journey. And remember, you are the creator of your own destiny. If you liked this video, please like and share it. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, then subscribe now so that you can get more such motivational and life-changing insights in every new video. Now take care of yourself, Leave the fears and doubts inside you. And remember, you have the power inside you that can break any trap. Stay inspired, keep growing, and keep moving forward in life.